Hey guys, welcome to another edition of the Detour Live, and it's an absolute monster. Before we get underway, happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there in Australia, and it's not Mother's Day in Europe. It was a running gag. We were at the Giro a couple of years ago, but geez, let's get straight into the action because it's an absolute cracker of a stage. Going into it, we thought, Matthew Van der Poel, we threw out Tom Dumoulin. They were second and third, but the winner, and we're joined live, of course, John Giroux is on the ground in Hungary, was Simon Yates. Now, Iffy, you are always one-sided Team BikeExchange Jayco, and you didn't tip him.
No, I didn't. And I've had to fess up with him today. I said, did you really think you could win? He said, you know what, I didn't say it to anyone, but I thought I would do a really good one. I knew from Paris, or I speak with him and you'll hear him say that. But anyway, so it was interesting. So, no, I didn't pick him to win. It blew me away. He was actually, the fastest on the flat section. So, he really has stepped up.
And we're going to show some videos. You caught up with Michael Hepburn before the stage who talks about the bike. And Yatesy mentions that we're going to show a clip soon, some of the best bits of the backstage pass. And then you got a great interview with him after the stage. But that is a common theme among the team that, when you get really good equipment, obviously China on board this year, how much of a difference it makes, particularly in time trials.
Yeah, look, it's a double-edged sword because not only has the bike improved, which is, the time trial bike especially is much better, faster, but it changes their mindset. Suddenly, you've got the good equipment. Everything's right. I've got no excuses here. I've got to go. And when it's the other way around, you're depressed and, it works a negative. So, yeah, they've all turned around. They love the bikes and they're coming up with another new special edition for the Tour de France, well, a sprint bike. So that should be interesting as well.
All right, well, let's get straight into it. We'll show the back end of the backstage pass where there's some reaction in the car with Matt White and Gerry was in there. And then we go straight into the interview you had with Simon Yates after his amazing victory.
Yes!
Hey, don't count the chicken before the eggs. That's
a fucking big one. That's what happens when you get some fast equipment. I mean, we did a lot of work in the winter and all this year, and all our partners, Giant Cadex, really put a lot of work into fine-tuning my position, and that's all it is really.
Simon has been improving with his time trialing, but that blows me out of the water. To the guys he did beat there and the margins that he put in was very, very impressive, and obviously gives a lot of confidence to the preparation that he's put in over the last 3 to 4 months. This journey did not start last week. This started in November last year, and him and his coach will be very proud they've arrived just where they need to at the start of the Giro.
The final point for after months of work, we passed through some hard lesson, but finally this is a good way to start the Giro.
Well, we're in the bus. And we've just finished day 2 of the Giro d'Italia, just a 9K time trial, and we're running late because, bloody hell, who had to go and win it? Simon Yates, which meant all the presentations, but seriously, mate, I'm joking, but absolutely fantastic, buddy.
Thank you. Yeah, no, really great ride, not just from me, but I think the whole team there. Now, Matteo is in the Young Riders jersey as well. So, yeah, really great day for the team.
So, tell me honestly, what did you think at best that you would be able to do today?
Actually, I know now it's over and then there's no consequences. I would have backed myself today just because of my ride in Paris already. We did a lot of testing and, been in the wind tunnel 2 or 3 times. The equipment side of things, we really just the amount of testing we've done this year to try and go fast. It's just more than I've ever done before. And in Paris, I've done obviously an excellent time trial there. I think I was 5th off the top of my head. And even on the flat part there in Paris, I was also going quite fast. So I would not go as far as I was thinking I was going to win. But for sure, I thought maybe at least the top 10 or top 5 was definitely possible after that performance. If I could produce similar numbers with the same package of aerodynamics, I would have backed myself quite good. But you just don't know how the competition is going to stack up.
Now, it was a very technical course. I followed with Whitey behind young Callum Scottson, and he was very good at giving the instructions as to what's come up the corner and where to go and where to sit, and he obviously followed you, so that would have helped a bit.
Yeah, I mean we've got a lot of good staff here now. Just for the team. I mean, Whitey's got so much experience behind the wheel. I mean, I don't know how many years he's been doing it now, but yeah. But I mean, we also have Marco Pinotti as well. You know, a former Italian national champ as well. Who, you know, with those two sort of behind the wheel, it actually makes a really big difference. So, just yeah, I mean, it's not just. I always think, you know what I mean. It's an individual performance today, but it's not. That was a team effort.
And you were very good on the flat as well. So, you know, you've won the stage, only a handful of seconds, 3 seconds from Matthew Vanderpoel, who was most people's favourite for the stage. So what's the chance of getting in the pink? Probably not tomorrow, but next maybe the day after.
Let's stay calm. Let's stay calm. You never know. I mean, I was saying this to the press before as well, but today was a 12-minute effort or around that. I mean, and stage 4, Mount Etna, that's going to be around 1 hour. I mean, it's almost two different sports in a way. So let's just stay calm and let's see what comes. But of course, I'm very, very happy with what we did today, and yeah, excited for the coming weeks.
And we're all excited as well, because you winning means Gerry's bringing out the super red wine tonight, so we're very happy about that too.
Well, we'll see. Yeah, it's always good when he's here.
All right, thanks very much, Simon. Good luck for tomorrow, mate.
Thank you.
You've delivered, Iffy. I gave you a reason that you didn't have interviews after the stage, but you are in the inner sanctum there, mate. And,
on the bus, mate. On the bus. Yeah, on the way. That was good. Yeah.
Now, you did say at the end of that interview that Gerry's going to pull out the nice red wine. How did it taste?
I've had to leave it to come and do this. I mean, they're drinking the rest. I only got a little sip, and now I'm here. Anyway, it's very good. It's a Prince Shiraz, Mitchell and Prince Shiraz.
I've said to a few people, they'll go, why are you going at 7 a.m. Melbourne time? I said, if anyone's a fan of Seinfeld, this was like that episode when they were trying to come up with a strategy with Maury, Gerry's dad. They said, just call a late meeting. And then he'd get tired. And then that would mean that we could keep him to half an hour and we'd be able to run it through quick. Because I could only notice in the background, you're trying to get 2 minutes of a power nap in between the vision. But it's a marathon, mate. You're going to have to make sure that you look after yourself, get some good sleep in the can. But as we said, we'll get to a video very shortly about the bike, but we were talking about Gerry then. You caught up with Gerry after the stage, and he was obviously very excited. So let's have a look at the interview there.
The stage has just finished, day 2, and you wouldn't believe it, BikeExchange Jayco have done it. Gerry, how excited are you, mate?
Oh, very exciting. How Simon did it. It's not. We didn't expect to win, but fantastic ride, and young Matteo in the white jersey, fantastic. So it's been a great day.
Now, you were up there at the finish to take it all in. How special after being away for 2.5 years?
Oh, very special. It's like the first win that we ever had in the Giro, and today's very special. And tonight will even be more, because I'll get those 2 special bottles of Michelin Print, open them up and toast to today's success.
Fantastic. I won't be moving far away from you either, mate.
Hey.
Thank you very much, Gerry. Sensational, bud.
You're back, Iffy? All right, well, John's on the phone, so we've got a video. Hang on.
That was Matteo, the guy in charge of the team hotel. Yeah.
As we mentioned, a lot of talk's been about the bike. You caught up with Michael Hepburn before the time trial, and he goes through the giant TT machine.
Now, a lot of people have been talking about the new giant time trial bikes. So I just thought, you've got it here. Can you take us through what you really like about this bike?
Yep, so this is the Trinity. Obviously, we're just on Giant the start of this year, which has been a real game changer for us. We're really happy with the equipment. What I like about the bike, well, it's pretty quick. The wheels, the Cadex wheels, are also really impressive. We're using the Sync components, an Australian company. First year I've been on these guys, they've got a really solid sort of elbow cup and really stable helps you be in a stable position, which is quite nice.
We'll let the boys get past us here. We're blocking some of the.
And then obviously just all the standard Shimano equipment with power meters and group sets that we've always used and always reliable.
Well, there you go. For all you bike nerds, that's the machine that he got the job done on. We've got a few live comments. Gavin B says, a huge ride from Simon. Well done. The way he's worked his TT over the last few years is really impressive. Good luck for the remainder of the Giro. Jan Borman says, that TT was so exciting to watch. Yates winning was the cherry on top. And Len Baird says, it wasn't really a climb, a small rider's course, and he killed it anyway. Is that the most impressive part, you think, Iffy, given that probably was suited to the Dumoulin's and the Van der Poels?
Yeah, well, if it had finished at the bottom of the climb, it was a steep little climb, he would have won anyway with a dead flat TT. So that's what's impressive to me. He's only 58 kilos. He's never been a great time trialer. Okay, this year he stepped up. His ride in Paris, as he said, was very good. But this was, well, there would have been no one in the team who would have honestly thought he could have won. But he did.
And it just goes to show, like when he was saying in that interview, the amount of preparation that he's done with the testing and, trying to find little areas that they can improve to go fast. I mean, it's like putting deposits in a bank and then today you make a massive withdrawal and all those deposits are in there.
Yeah, so it spent a lot of time in the wind tunnel, getting the positioning right. Even his clothing's been finally adjusted, all this new clothing. So he in his mind, he knew everything was done that could be done for him, and that makes a huge difference.
All right, well, we're going to take a quick break, and then when we come back, you caught up with Caleb Ewan before the start as well to talk about that crash on stage 1.
Look at this bike. You think it's just a bike, right? But it's not. It's a bike 374 people are looking at. This guy, this girl, them, all looking at it. People from here, there, and wherever this is. People that are looking for a bike. Or just a piece of it. Amateurs, semi-amateurs, and pro-amateurs. This guy wants this bike, but with this crank and these bars. This could be the perfect match. But not this one. This girl has a bike to sell, and thousands of people might purchase it. Eyes on Bikes help grow small businesses. His, hers, yours, and the latest data and insights help those businesses keep moving. We are the world's #1 bike marketplace, with over 500,000 products and 900 brands, where buyers and sellers are brought together in a place where a bike is never just a bike. Bike Exchange, where the world buys, sells, learns, and rides.
Feel more in every moment. The all-new Lexus NX.
Fun fact, you can make cycling part of your next Let's Go adventure. With a bike, you can enjoy and explore even more places. So, feel the wind in your hair, book a bike, enjoy the outdoors and see more with a Let's Go motorhome today.
Thanks again to Bike Exchange, Lexus at Blackburn, and Let's Go Motorhomes. And as we said, get behind the companies that support cycling and get to lexusofblackburn.com.au.
A bit more enthusiasm, please, Daniel.
If you're going to buy a car, I don't want to see anyone out there that is not going to Lexus of Blackburn. And their website is lexusofblackburn.com.au. If you want to go on a holiday, and you want to take a motorhome and see the rest of Australia, go to letsgomotorhomes.com.au as well. 2 fantastic companies, as well as, of course, Bike Exchange. If you need anything to do with a bike, go to bikeexchange.com.au as well. Now,
just ducked out to get the special red. I could hear them talking that they were opening the special bottle of red, so I raced out and stole one. And Gerry was in the middle of telling an Iffy story, so it was time to leave.
Right. Now, Len Bed says Matthew Van der Poel will probably keep the jersey after tomorrow unless he has some sort of issue. Obviously, it's a flat stage. We'll get to that in a sec. And Tuesday's Mount Etna, I guess, from Len Bed. That's correct. As soon as they get to Italy, there's no Mount Etna. That's all right. I can't spell either. Andrew Blackmore, you just get home, Iffy. So people are concerned. And then Andy Matthews says, what a great day for Simon Mateo and everyone at the Team BikeExchange Jayco. It seems that Tuesday could be another really special day for the team if Simon goes into the pink jersey. Now, you threw that at Simon, and of course it is about the process, and it is a marathon, not a sprint. And as he said, it's going to be a 1 hour effort on Tuesday, not a 12-minute effort. And Jan says... Yeah, well, it's going to be a whole day.
Yeah.
She says, logistics questions. It's 2,000 kilometres to Sicily. How are you getting there, John? And how about all the team equipment? Can't fly all that. Does it all need to be driven? That's a good question.
It's very interesting, actually. I won't go into too long about it, but it is amazing. So all of the teams that are up here with their buses and cars and, like, just for instance, Team BikeExchange Jayco have got 4 race cars, a truck, support van, the cook's van, all of those things, and all staff, and it is all staying here in Hungary for the Tour of Hungary, which is next week. All the riders, some of the staff, most of them don't actually, but like the sports directors, 2 or 3 of the physios, they all fly they've got corporate. Not corporate, just especially high. There's a private airfield just near where we are. They flying direct to Sicily, and then the other bus, the main bus, will be there. All the team cars, another whole section of team cars, and all the teams are doing that. So it's a logistical absolute nightmare, but it all works. Like I'm actually helping out your mate tomorrow because Vazzy and I got shafted from the special flight. So we've got to drive back to Budapest because 2 hours away to the ordinary airport and get on a Lufthansa flight and fly to Munich and then down to Sicily because there's no direct flight. But they give you take the team car, leave it at the airport, hide the key, take a photo, send it to your mate Peter
Weeding.
DS, Peter Weeding.
Ween Dog.
The Ween Dog. Send it to his number. I'll give you the number. So I've got his number. Okay. Because he's on the plane that lands a half an hour after we take off. And then they take the car back into Budapest.
Well, there you go. There's always a way.
Yeah, look, it is amazing how it all works. The fact that they've got 2 big team buses, so that the other bus will go to Hungary and some other race, and then we go on and do the rest of the Giro. So it's just staggering actually.
Now, as we said before the break, you caught up with Caleb Ewan before the TT. A lot of, obviously, from an Australian perspective, people wanted to know how he was travelling because stage 3 is a sprint stage. This was the interview with Caleb before the start.
Okay, well, we're inside the last hour before the start of stage 2, the time trial. And we've got with me Caleb Ewan, Australia's star sprinter, who, of course, is a little bit sore and sorry after yesterday. Take us through us, mate.
Yeah, I'm more disappointed than anything, but luckily nothing was broken. None of my bones were broken, just skin off. So ready to fight another day.
Now you've had a bit of a sort of topsy-turvy year. You were really had good form, then you got quite sick. You got through that okay?
Yeah, it's been a bit up and down this year. I've been quite happy with the season so far. I've had 5 wins, so. I can't complain, but going to my big gold Milan San Remo at the start of the year, I got sick probably 2 days before, so that was a little bit annoying, and then that kept me out of a few of the classics as well. So then it was time to just basically refocus and focus on this Giro.
So it was a very impressive ride yesterday, actually. I mean, you're the only sprinter there, and right up until the last 100 metres, I'm thinking you were going to win it, but you were really at the edge of everything, I guess. And was that part of what happened?
I felt really good, better than expected on the climb. Obviously, I was super motivated to go for the stage win because there was the extra bonus of getting the pink jersey as well. So yeah, I felt really good, better than expected, and coming into the last 500 meters, I definitely thought it was something I could win. But yeah, firstly when I came around Maggie, I think we collided a little bit, and then I actually shifted down a gear, and then once I started to go again, I was in too big of a gear, and then to be honest, by then I knew it was going to be hard to win from there. And I think it was just basically, I think what happened was, just as I was about to go left to try to come around, the two guys in front of me collided a little bit, and maybe they propped a tiny bit, but yeah, I was super close to the wheel, probably closer than I should have been. So yeah, but I think before the crash it was kind of all over, but yeah, it was just disappointing in the end.
So you obviously got great form. So another stage win of the Giro on the cards. What's your plan? How long do you plan to start?
Yeah, I'll try to win as much as I can in the next week or two, and I don't think I definitely won't go into the last week. It's really way too hard for me, and if I finish this Grand Tour, I'll be probably dead for the rest of the season. So yeah, I'll as always, I just kind of see how I'm feeling, and yeah, definitely not the last week, but maybe up until then.
Don't pull out too early, because we don't want Eddie Merckx getting stuck into you again, mate.
Yeah, well, yeah, I'm ready for it this time, so we'll see.
Good luck today, mate, and for the rest of the Giro.
Cheers, thanks.
I was thinking the same thing when you said remind me, I've got to boost the audio. Sorry about the audio being a little bit low on some of those clips. I should have boosted it. You need to get Bazzy to turn the levels up a little bit, mate.
Yeah, okay, we'll do that. We'll do that.
Michelle says, bonsoir to you, lovely duo. If you never age. And on the flip side, it says, Caleb lost his baby face in the last year or two. And Lincoln says, surely on stage 4, they let a decent breakaway go and gift the pink jersey so Bike Exchange don't have to ride every day for the next 2.5 weeks. What do you think?
No, they don't do that anymore. They don't gift them. They don't gift them anymore. Look, I believe, and talking with the guys, they'll be happy if Simon takes it on stage 4, and then they let it go on one of the other flat stages. They won't try and defend. They won't even bother. And the sprinters teams, the next two stages, stage 5 and 6 are sprinters stages. So you've got stage 3 sprinter stage tomorrow, stage 4 Mount Etna, and if he can take it, I mean, it's not to say Van der Poel could hold on for one more, even though Mount Etna is a big climb, and there's one just before it as well, so it's a double whammy. Probably too hard for him, but if he hung on, they wouldn't care, and if he didn't, I think Simon, we will not worry about taking the green, pink, what colour? Pink jersey so much on stage 4. He'll be looking at what time he can take out of Carapaz and Dumoulin and these guys who are his real rivals. Van der Poel is not going to finish on the podium in this Giro.
Yeah, well, you're talking about the stages. So this is obviously stage 3, the sprint stage. You'd have to say Caleb Ewan. It'd be one of the red hot favourites for that one. But,
yeah, I'm going to use my finger here. That spot down here at kilometre 131, exactly the same as yesterday. That's where I'm doing the bottle feed again.
So 131 is where you are, Iffy. So here. Okay, that's great insight, mate, because I know a lot of the punters would be thinking, where is John going to be? And that's more important than who's going to win the stage. So thanks for clearing that up. Stage 4.
I'll go over Caleb.
Yeah, stage 4, this is what we were talking about. They get a 1 day rest. Transfer.
Hang on, come here.
What's going on?
A little funny, guys. Whitey's just walked in with his pants down, but we won't go into that. Obviously, they're celebrating.
Okay. And then obviously you've got the Etna stage here, and you look at the finale, particularly finishing on the Cat 1, which in the Giro, that's the hardest climb, yeah? It's not a horse category like at the Tour.
No, yeah, they do have. They have a they call it something else. They do have that, but still, it's a big climb.
How is that not classified as just an absolute filthy climb at the finish, like the hardest?
It is filthy, but obviously there you go. I'll dig in the last week. I'll dig up a couple of there. I'll find out what they call. I can't remember what they are called.
Yeah, and as you can see, stage 5 and stage 6. So Caleb Ewan theoretically has, those key stages, stage 3, 5, and 6 coming up that he's definitely a chance for. So,
Yep.
All right. Now, another challenge that I did give Vazzy, and that was some insights with the food. He sent through a couple of photos with the local cuisine, short little video, but a lot of soups, Iffy, and some schnitzels.
That's not just a soup.
What is it?
That was a famous dish of Hungary, goulash.
Ah,
and goulash is a soup.
Yeah, right. But with big chunks of meat.
Yes, big hunk of meat in his soup. And Spargo's is a world famous restaurant, one of the best I've been to, actually. And we had a wonderful day. And that's where our Hungarian friend told the story of his escape from Hungary, Tommy Faludi. And then we went and visited the place where they shot the Russians shot it up. So just after. But yeah, that was it. And tonight, I haven't done any photos, but tonight, it was a smorgasbord, and it was they had the goulash again, but a really nice feed. And of course, Gerry has been kind enough to open up the very well aged. It's the Michelin Heathcote print, but it's absolutely beautiful. Yep.
All right. Well, I won't hold you up, mate. Who's your tips for the stage 3 sprint? Pretty obvious.
Well, Caleb, of course, but Mark Cavendish, he's looking quite lean and mean. Mark, it'll be a decent bike race. We've got Demar, we've got Gaviria. There's some good sprinters here. So, but I'll go with Caleb.
All right. Well, I'll go with Caleb as well. It's going to be a cracking edition. Now, if he make sure you get plenty of rest on the Giro, mate. You get very excited with big wins like this. I get that. But just conserve your sleep, mate, because it is a marathon and you got a big transfer coming up as well.
Yeah, I've just got a bit of the old, I don't know whether you got a jet lag or what, but I've been waking up about 4 o'clock in the morning and not being able to get back to sleep. That's been the problem. So anyway, we'll see how we go tonight.
We've got a comment from Free Ranger. He says, got to have pizza in Naples, Iffy. They invented it there.
They certainly did, and we have a day and a couple of days in Naples. We head up, so we have after tomorrow on Monday we fly to Sicily, 2 days in Sicily, and then we go right up the Mediterranean coast to Naples, and then across to the Adriatic and the Blockhouse on stage 9. So, fantastic week of racing coming up.
All right. Well, as we always say,
I've got to just add. Hungary, you were asking the other day, and we spoke about yesterday, how was Hungary? I'll tell you what, they have turned out en masse. Today's time trial, it was Tour de France levels without doubt. It was packed the whole way around the course. It was packed. And have a look when you're going up the final climb. It was just amazing. I took a few rough shots, because it was interesting to listen to Whitey, who described it so well, coming up the corner, stay down, get just your way of position. Get to the right for this corner, to the left for this. Watch the speed bump coming up. He's spot on. Yeah.
Well, they must be obviously. All those 1%ers make a huge difference, and also it just gives that rider confidence.
Yeah. And look at those crowds, mate. They are enormous. Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
You definitely go back for a holiday, Iffy?
Well, Budapest, I've fallen in love with the place. It's a city, just a glorious city. Yeah. The beautiful blue Danube.
Yep. And Ryan McMillan says, best of luck on the trip to the finish, Iffy. They're all just wanting you to get to the finish line, mate. As we always say, youtube.com/The Detour Podcast. Like, share, subscribe. Tell your mates. We're going to be live at 7 a.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time for every stage of the Giro this year.
Don't forget, if you want a Lexus, go to Lexus at Blackburn. The Moore family, Andrew Moore, will look after you. They are great supporters of cycling. They sponsor the Lexus at Blackburn Bay Crits. They sponsor the Women's Herald Sun Tour. They've sponsored the Melbourne Waterfall, so they are passionate about cycling. Same with Let's Go Motorhomes. Who owns Let's Go Motorhomes? Blue Line.
That's right.
Who sponsors Sun Tour every year, who's got a bike team racing over here in at the top end of the world. And of course, we've got our major sponsor who've been supporting us right from the start in Bike Exchange. So if you're after a bike, and they're hard to get these days, just jump on Bike Exchange. Any bike you want, they'll be able to source for you.
That's right. There's no excuses. Excuses. All right. Well, rest up, Iffy. Great job today, mate. Great content. And keep chugging along to the finish, mate. We'll be back again live tomorrow at 7 a.m. And enjoy the festivities.
Go Green Edge.
Say good day to the guys. All right.
Will do, mate.
We'll be back again tomorrow, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Speak to you then.
This is the winning ride of the Tour de France. Benjamin Sonny